Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I will explain a little the Ritual Beast strategy. That is the deck that I played in the WCQ in Europe. So I will explain first the deck list and a little the cards. The deck is a deck that uses the fusion strategy, banishing materials from your side to the field. The first material are the Spiritual Beast monster, and the second material are the Tamer monsters. In special in this deck you have some monsters like Lara and Winda that are monsters that are tamers and spiritual beast monsters, so you can use for any of the two parts of the fusion. The first card is Spiritual Beast Kanahau. This card is the best one card combo that you can start with this deck. It banishes a Ritual Beast card from your deck, and in the two next turns, like a gold sarcophagus, you can take it. The principal target that you want to banish always is the new Spiritual Beast Lara, because if this card is banished you can special summon any Ritual Beast card from your deck. I didn't say it, but all the Ritual Beast monster in main deck has the same limitation, that you only can special summon one of the Ritual Beast monster once per turn. The second card is Rampengu. It's a worse one card combo in this case. This one banishes a Ritual Beast monster from my extra deck, and I can send one with the same type from my deck to the graveyard. For example, if I take my extra deck and I banish a Pelio, that is a Pyro monster, I can send from my deck the little Apelio. For the other cards that didn't make combo, here we are playing one Apelio. That is too important for the deck because it's a Pyro monster, so you can connect him with the Nemesis Engine. And the Pet Dolphin, that is the tool that has the deck for removal cards 1 second, and also it helps for level 4 to make the Banshee. For Tamers, we are playing 3 Spiritual Beast Elder, Tamer Elder. This card wins you an extra normal summon. The condition is from the player, so this card can be negated by cards like Baylor or Impermanence. The best starter hands that you want to see with this deck is Elder Kanahau or Elder Rampengu, or see of course the second best card as a starter, that is the Lara. Start with Elder plus Lara, Elder plus or Lara plus any of this level 4, it makes a full combo. Lara has 3 abilities. You can discard to get extra normal summon. If it's in graveyard you can banish to protect Ritual Beast card from destruction, and of course the last effect that we said already, that is special summon a Ritual Beast monster from the deck. Then we have 3 bricks that are the Tamers. Lara, a special summon from graveyard when it's normal, Gwen, special summon from banish when it's normal, and Winda, when it's destroyed by battle or by effects, you can special summon any Ritual Beast monster from your deck or extra deck. In general, you need to know when it's necessary search Gwen or Lara, because depending on the starters you will have more resources in your graveyard or in your banish zone. So in general, if we start with Kanahau, we will see the Gwen to keep our combo, or in case that we start with Rampengu, is preferent take the Lara to summon the target that we sent with the Rampengu. We are not playing actually the Frampilica, that is another special summon from graveyard, because actually in this format the hunters are so heavy and it's very difficult to make the full combo in every single turn. The 2 other cards that we are playing are the Nemesis patch. I think that is mandatory actually, because this pack helps you to play around cards that could be Dimensional Barrier. Also this card by itself wins the matchups, and also helps to this deck to break boards. In case that you are playing a local format or diverse format, you can play in this case the Corridor with the Colossus. That is more safer going first. For other cards, we are playing Tree Shifter. That is a card that changes everything in this deck, because all the combos in main deck are so different, because you don't will see graveyard, it's too difficult to create your graveyard to make the new fusion monster Nokia Draco. You never will go for Lara ever if you start with Rampengu, because you will have always the correct targets from Banish Zone, and is one of the best hand trap of the current format. For spells, we are playing actually 3 Prosperity. I don't like in general this card, but I see that this deck is a little bricky. So you only go in general for 3. If it's necessary you can go for 6, but it's just for consistency, and we are playing the 2 inheritance that has 3 abilities. We can show 1 Ritual Beast monster from your hand, add 1 with different type, and then discard 1 card. That is great in case you start with Kanahau inheritance, you can search the Elder so easily, or Elder inheritance, you can search the Kanahau. Then we are playing here 3 teleports. That is the best extender in the deck. You can play the Frampelica to make the combos with teleport, but in theory, as I said, you always will go to hand trap. So in general, I try to make the standard combo that I could do with Kanahau. I got Imperm something, activate teleport, and teleport now is a great card because you can summon the new Lara that is also a spiritual beast, so you can keep going with this card. Also, we are playing 1 Callback to prevent hand traps, and of course the new Mulcharmy, that is one of the cards that hurts this deck. I thought also about play cards like Crossout for this target, but only had 6 space going first. Then we are playing some breakers because I think that this deck with Protoss you can clear everything going second, and also this deck is quick to deal with a single disruption like SP. These 6 are mandatory. About Eclipse, is an insane card because you can make the contact fusion with the monster face downs. Also, in case your opponent tries to nerf you, you can put the set monsters and nerf don't will tribute. Also, you can flip the monster that you put face down with the inheritance that are huge. And in case you start with, for example, 1 starter that is Kanahau, your opponent will try to imperm the effects, you can chain Eclipse and still resolving the full combo. And the last card is Stitch, that is the principal removal that we are playing with the deck. Okay, so about the hand traps, main deck we already said. I will talk a little about the extra deck. We are playing 2 Kanahau. Is the principal searchable of the deck. You can put 2 monsters in your banish, 2 Ritual Beast cards from your banish pile into the graveyard. You can still make the effect with Shifter because a lot of people asked me. And then all the fusion you can contact to summon 2 materials from banish pile. You can make chaining 1 target the 2 monsters that you want to put to the graveyard, then chain the other effect. And if you put only just 1, you can still take in the search. We are playing 2 Nokia Draco that has the same ability. You can tag out just for 1 Ritual Beast card. This effect is great because you can special summon the extra monster if they are prevently correct summon. It protects the other Ritual Beast monster from targets, and this card can use the materials from your graveyard or field. So in case you has a lot of Ritual Beast monster like a Lara plus another name, you can special summon this instantly, banish your Lara, trigger, summon another target, and it's so good. Also, we are playing 1 Ulti Apelio that I don't like at all this card, but it's because in case you got hand trap, sometimes you miss some names and you can take a Spiritual Beast monster, and also it has a decent attack to deal with some monster. We are playing 1 Ulti Apelio that is the Omni Negate of the deck. For summon this card you need to banish Spiritual Beast monster, Tamer, and Ulti Apelio. And if you summon from this right choice, he has the negate. I see because a lot of people asked me in my Spanish channel if with Winda you can summon this and still having the negates effect. That is incorrect. 1 Kimufalcus, that is extra normal summon. He also can tag out as Kanahau. And then Ulti Rauratari, that is another extra normal summon taking monster from Banish Stone. In my opponent's turn I can banish 1 card to myself field to banish 1 card from my opponent. 1 Ritual Beast card, sorry. And has a passive effect that your opponent can use effects that his cost is tribute. This card prevents cards like Spirit of Jubel, Phantom of Jubel, sorry, Fiendsmith Requiem or Pancratops, so it's pretty cool. Then we are playing generic links that are necessary for the standard board. Also, Little Knight is a good combo card because you can banish the Banshee and still going into the link 4. Apollousa to play around Nibiru. Unicorn access code to have more possibilities to OTK. Spider that is for use the Nibiru token because Rauratari needs effect monster. And Banshee that can search the Nemesis flag or the Apelio. Then for side deck we are playing here some different cards. We are playing for going first the anti-spell double dimensional fissure, triple explosion to prevent the Purullia. For 1 second, we are playing the Tumult Army to see more breakers and of course the removal. And for competitive Yu-Gi-Oh, we are playing these cards. Okay, first, I don't want to explain the different combos, but I will talk about the routes that should play any Ritual Beast player. Okay, the first step is that we need a starter in this case. So we will start with Kanahau or Rampengu. In case we start with Kanahau or Rampengu, we want to see the new Lara monster to trigger his effect to summon from the deck. When you activate this effect, you have 2 targets that are the right ones, that are Lara or Gwen. In case you started with Kanahau, you will summon Lara because you will play with the Vanish Zone. In case you start with Rampengu, you will start with Gwen because you will send later another second target with the Rampengu and you will get the extra normal of this Lara. Then, with the second resume of this card, you want to send the other part. So if we start with Kanahau, we'll go for this case into Rampengu, and if we start with Rampengu, we'll go into the Kanahau. The fourth step is take a good level force. In general, Winda is the joker of the deck because he's a good monster, Spiritual Beast, his Tamer is a level 4, so we can put here. And depending if we started with only 1 card combo or Elder, the last search is to Elder because you can take, when you make the standard combo, the Kanahau from the Vanish pile with the link 4 of the archetype, that is the Ulti Rauratari. So you keep the Elder effect, the Kanahau, extra normal Elder, extra normal Kanahau, you vanish the third name, that of course in this case should be Apelio, that is here. And here is when I want to say that if in any moment you draw one of these bricks, you should also consider the use of Inheritance, because you can reveal any of these monsters, search maybe the timer that you need, and put instantly the target that you need in your graveyard. The last part, when you can end the combo, you can search, of course, the trap that is the principal restriction, or if you can still making Kanahau loops, you can search another target for the next turn. What are the cards that you are wanting to see in your starter hand? Okay, the first of all, we will talk about the 1 card combos. All the 1 card combos lose around a single hand trap, but the principal idea of this deck is see the 2 1 card combos that pass Everneath and different hand traps. So the principal idea is has always 1 extender. And what are the principal extender of the deck? The first one, of course, is Elder, that with these 2 cards is the lines that prevent the Nif. The other good card in this case is Lara, that with these cards makes combo but doesn't play around Nif in this case. And later we have the Joker, that is the Inheritance, that if we see Inheritance with another card, you can search the part that you need. And for the last part, we talk about Teleport. So in general, when you try to consider the lines, you must understand that you need to see at least one of your principal starters like this and 1 extender. And with this sequence that we talk in the last part of the video, I think that you should start to test the Ritual Beast strategy. The testing that I do for tournaments with this deck in special was play weeks only, not testing in real life, not testing tournaments because it's too difficult in general, and only understand the principal lines of combos. I think that this route of preference that you need to make on decisions helps a lot to make the standard combos. One time that I see the lines, I didn't study more the combos and then I play automatically, because in the big tournaments you need to play speed to don't get warning. And that's are the tips that I make for this video for the Ritual Beast community. If you want to see more combos explaining sequence, plays around Nif and or another disruptions, just subscribe to my channel, comment below, and see you in the next video.